What did he do to make you do that to him? Why would you shoot him?
Now at 5, a family calling for change after a 15-year-old was shot by Akron police Thanksgiving night.
Thursday, Akron released the body camera video, and today, leaders held a news conference acknowledging concerns.
There are steps that the city of Akron must take now.
And Jazmir Tucker's mother, heartbroken, told the world how she wants her son remembered.
Loving, caring, genuine, respectful. A baby, my baby.
And there you see it on the screen. You see an assault rifle being pointed at someone that you can't see. And if you look to the right, you see another officer pointing his weapon. And this situation led to the demise of 15-year-old Jazmir Tucker in Akron, Ohio. Now, this happened on Thanksgiving night, November the 28th. And if it had not been for somebody who sent me this video this morning, then I wouldn't have known about it. There's been no national coverage, no national outrage. Now, this story follows the narrative, follows the pattern that we have been seeing throughout the recent months and throughout recent years. Akron police get a call about some shots being fired. And when they get to somewhere near the shots, they encounter 15-year-old Jazmir Tucker. Jazmir runs. And while he was running, the officer, and I'm going to show you some footage, fires many rounds. And you will see the video of the gun is just doing like this. You can't hear anything because it says that the sound doesn't activate until 30 seconds after the camera is turned on. And so originally they didn't have the camera turned on. And so when they got there, this particular officer turned his camera on, but it took 30 seconds. Within that 30 seconds, he had shot and unalive young 15-year-old Jazmir Tucker. Now, the attorneys and the mayor and the police chief are all doing their regular routine, asking questions. Why was such force used? Why was medical aid not rendered? Now, they said after the young man was shot, he was laying on the ground, not moving, and officers waited 7 minutes to even render aid. And I'm going to show you the video where you'll see a group of about 10 or 11 officers still shouting, "Hey, put your hands up, put your hands up," after they have seen their partner unload a multitude of rounds in his body. And this happened once again in Akron, Ohio. The last few stories have been coming out of Ohio. And as you will hear the lady from the NAACP say, there is a culture of shooting first and asking questions last in this department. Let me show you this video and then we'll talk about it.
What did he do to make you do that to him? Why would you shoot?
Now at 5, a family calling for change after a 15-year-old was shot by Akron police Thanksgiving night.
Thursday, Akron released the body camera video, and today, leaders held a news conference acknowledging concerns.
There are steps that the city of Akron must take now.
And Jazmir Tucker's mother, heartbroken, told the world how she wants her son remembered.
Loving, caring, genuine, respectful. A baby, my baby.
Our coverage of this and reaction to it starts now.
Akron's mayor and the police chief took questions today at a news conference. Thanks for watching us tonight. I'm Damon Maloney.
Good evening. I'm Katie Houston. News 5's Bob Jones has been following this story for you, and he breaks down now some of the new details we've learned.
On the body camera video, which doesn't have sound, for the first 30 seconds, a rifle can be seen shaking as an Akron police officer kills 15-year-old Jazmir Tucker. We learn that gun was not department issued. It's the officer's personal rifle, which is allowable with guidelines.
The majority of the...
Now, did you see how many times that rifle shook? That was over 7, 8, 9, 10 times. It's probably an automatic rifle. And you see him just unloading on this individual that you can't see, and you can't hear any words as well. And also you heard them say that this is not department issued. That is his own personal rifle. And I've just got some information about these police officers having guns, military style guns, that they're using and selling on the black market. And so watch this police chief explain why this individual has his own personal assault rifle in the performance of his duty.
The majority of the rifles are not department issued. We have some. The majority of the officers purchase themselves, but they have to qualify with them, with us, and they go through training.
Police responded to the area of East Avenue in Vernon, Odom after hearing shots fired Thanksgiving night. It's not clear if Jazmir had anything to do with the gunfire, but when he was spotted, it led to a brief foot chase caught on body-worn cameras before Jazmir was shot. It's not clear how many times or where in the body the teen was struck. The medical examiner's office is denying that information to News 5, citing the ongoing investigation.
Please put your hands out to the side.
What happened after this is also being heavily scrutinized. Officers repeatedly yelled commands at Jazmir as he laid on the ground.
Suspect, put your hands out to your side. Do it now.
According to the video, it took about 7 minutes before...
Now, do you see 10 officers walking around pointing the gun at the young man who's already expired, yelling at him, doing now, ready to shoot again, ready to get those extra 200 points or whatever they get for these things, ready to get whatever badge, whatever credit, whatever promotion. And of course, you know, they're going to get some paid administrative leave when they do this. But they took 7 minutes to even get to him after sitting there acting like they're afraid for their lives, after they clearly heard their partner unload a barrage of bullets into the man's body.
Minutes before officers approached Jazmir and handcuffed him. After another 3 minutes passed, the video shows an officer putting a chest seal on the boy around the time EMS was arriving, making it about 10 minutes before aid was rendered.
I want to be clear that any unreasonable delay by police officers in rendering aid is unacceptable and has no place in Akron.
Judy Hill from the Akron chapter of the NAACP says she's very concerned about what she saw on the videos.
How many times do people have to get like this for us to see that there's a culture in the police department in Akron that shoots first and asks questions later?
At this point, no one has said that Jazmir displayed or pointed a gun at the officers. After the shooting, a gun was found zipped up in his jacket. Akron Police Union President Brian Lucy is asking for patience, saying it's not clear what the officer saw before firing.
We support our officers.
He also said there are reasons.
All right, so now you see them rendering chest aid, but they also pull out a gun that was zipped up in his jacket. So now there's no way that they can say he pointed a gun. Nowhere in this officer can say he pointed the gun. But also, because of the crooked, divisive, despicable nature of these guys, I'm not even sure that he even had the gun. They're only showing you part of the video camera footage. Could it be possible that they placed the gun in there and said, okay, well, yeah, we're going to put this dirty gun, which police officers all around the nation have been known to take guns out of evidence and buy guns on the black market to do these type of things. We're going to put this dirty gun on this young man, right? And then the NAACP lady said correctly, there's a culture in all of these police departments, why are 7 or 8 police officers trained on one person who is already laying on the ground? They're ready to demise. Like someone said in one article, that officer came with the intentions to shoot to kill. Like that young man was running away. And he said, okay, I can get me an extra 300 points if I hit this guy. But watch what the police going to try to justify it. Oh, well, we don't know what the officer saw. What he saw a black man running. That's what he saw. And okay, a black man running, free kill.
Reasons why officers would delay giving aid to a victim.
Rendering aid is something that's done when the scene is safe. I was not on scene. The officers that were on scene, they did not deem it safe initially to render aid.
At this point, the city is not releasing the name of the officer who shot Jazmir, saying there are safety concerns over possible threats.
We have an obligation to make sure that folks are safe from harm, and at the same time, we also have to balance that against the interest of transparency.
Aside from the BCI investigation, Akron police will conduct an internal review to determine if any policies were violated. And next week, the mayor plans to release a comprehensive use of force policy review. In Akron, Bob Jones, News 5.
And so there you go. Again, they are not releasing the names of the officers out of fear of possible threats. What do you expect? What do you expect when police continue to do these things? Now, it is, once again, this happened 10 days ago. And the mayor is talking about we have to be, we have to worry about safety and, the same thing, but balance that against the need for transparency. And they're talking about releasing a comprehensive force manual. Now, once again, they're asking all the wrong questions. Why wasn't medical aid rendered? Why did he have his own personal rifle? Why this? Why that? Why this? No. Why shoot a 15-year-old boy running away? That is the main and only question that we have. And the officers, once again, is going to say, well, I didn't know. I thought this. I thought that. You have 7 men with guns trained against one child. Once again, this right here is getting totally out of hand, and you wonder why people have, like I said, I know police officers. I've been in the vicinity of police officers. I talked to a nice police officer the other day who was, in the community here, cool brother. Been cool, so never had any run-ins with him. But situations like this make people have an aversion and a contempt, a disdain for all police officers. When we're seeing things like this and they continue to be justified, and once again, it's always a white police officer shooting a black child. As the famous Dick Gregory once said, why come you don't see a lot of black officers running around killing white children? He said, you know why? Because we know white folks won't tolerate it. That's it. And so until we begin to get to the point that we stop tolerating these things, stop holding up signs, stop whatever the case may be, stop depending on organizations like, certain organizations who, have been deemed ineffective, these things will keep happening. So, this is, and this just happened 10 days ago. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So we're gonna keep an eye on this case. Of course, once again, the officer has been, put on paid administrative leave. He's not in no danger because they're not releasing his name. The family is left to mourn the young child, the young baby, regardless of the fact. I don't think, I'm not convinced that he even had a gun. And then, you have, even if he did have one, it was zipped up in his coat pocket. So there's no way he can do like all of these other officers are saying, well, yeah, he pointed the gun. If it was in his coat pocket, he couldn't have pointed it. But nevertheless, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you on your feet. Taylor House, we got the scoop. Taylor House Publishing.